Welcome to Arizona Living, your home, your inspiration. I'm Jane Klaus. Well, food banks around the valley are really stepping up and helping the community during this time. So we wanted to check in with them to see how we can lend a helping hand. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up on the show. A digital academy that may be the answer to your educational needs. And picking the right vet for your pet. Plus, the team at American Furniture Warehouse has some design advice for your home. That and so much more coming up on today's show. During this pandemic, more and more people are struggling with food insecurities, and some people for the first time. So joining us to talk about it is the president and CEO of the Arizona Food Bank Network, Angie Rogers. Hi, Angie.
Hi, how are you today?
Really great. Thank you so much for joining us. Can we start by explaining what the Arizona Food Bank Network is?
So the Arizona Food Bank Network, recently renamed from the Association of Arizona Food Banks, is an anti-hunger organization and a network of food banks across the state. So we work on making sure that folks have adequate access to healthy foods, whether that be through our food banks and our emergency food providers, or that be through programs like the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, which many people know as food stamps, or making sure that kids have access to school meals. We really want to make sure that wherever you can get food, that there is an accessibility to that food.
During the pandemic, what has the increase in the need for food been like?
Right now, I would say in the last month or so, we're about 2 times the normal amount of folks that we usually see. And usually our network sees about 450,000 people a month. So you can imagine the demand is still incredibly high at food banks as people look to be able to just fit the rest of that into their budgets.
The emergency food assistance, I read, has spiked to 3 times the daily average. How are the food banks meeting all the needs?
Yeah, I think that is a good point. Do we have enough food is a question I get really often. And we have some amazing donors here in Arizona, agriculture donors, also manufacturers and retailers. But largely our increase in being able to meet the need has come from the federal government. So if people are concerned that they're going to show up at food banks and there's not going to be enough, we definitely have enough food to be able to meet the need right now.
Well, that's fantastic news.
It is good news. Unfortunately, food is volatile. So if you talk to me maybe around the holidays or after the holidays, will we have enough food? That's an unknown. We do anticipate that our food banks will be having to purchase food, as we do sometimes when we don't have enough donations.
Yeah, and so as we start heading into fall, what do you need?
It's a great question. We always need volunteers. And I know folks have been hesitant to volunteer right now. Is it safe? Can I go out and do that? Will I be needed? And the answer is absolutely yes. We are making sure that our volunteers all wear masks. Many of our food banks are taking temperatures. We're keeping people distanced apart. It's definitely a need, and it's definitely safe.
We talked about the need for food assistance is at an all-time high. If somebody needs help, what should they do?
Great place to visit our website, azfoodbanks.org. They'll be able to type in their zip code so that they're not having to travel a large distance across the city, or certainly in rural communities a long way. We'll find the closest food pantry to them. We encourage them to call ahead, but that's the first place they can go if they need food today.
So now that kids are either back in school part-time or homeschooling, are you seeing that some kids are having trouble accessing nutritious meals?
It's really interesting. Thanks for asking. We have looked at schools across the state, about 30 districts as a sample, to find out, are kids still getting the nutrition that they need from schools? And from fall of 2019 till spring of 2020, we saw a very significant decrease in the service level of meals at school. So much so that for every 2 meals that they are doing in the spring, they were doing 100 in the fall. So it's a very significant steep drop. So we really want to get the word out to parents that if you are homeschooling, if you are distance schooling, make sure that you still have contact with your school. Make sure that you know that there are meals being served and your kids can go and get fed today.
So we know moving into fall, you'll need the volunteers. What do you need right now to meet the demand?
Yeah, again, volunteering anytime. We'd be happy to have you. The other thing, obviously, we can always use donation of food and funds. So if you have excess food that you're able to bring in, please do that. Or if you're able to make a donation, again, everything's online. We're happy to take that as well.
Fantastic. So donations, volunteers, help one another. That's what it's all about. Thank you so much, Angie.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. If you'd like to learn more about Valley Food Banks, just head to their website. The Phoenix Rescue Mission transforms the lives of our most vulnerable, and right now their services are needed more than ever.
The purpose of the Phoenix Rescue Mission is to serve persons facing hunger, homelessness, addiction, and trauma. We take an approach that is about not just meeting people where they are and serving them in that space, but greeting them there and lifting them up, be it through counseling services or case management services that connect people to those things that really help them get out of the situations that they're stuck in. So really what we do is we're focusing on people who have been experiencing addictions to substances or to gambling or anything like that. And we're just making sure that we meet those people in those places and connect them to long-term solutions. The way that our work benefits the community is really in the services that we provide attack major social problems. Our addiction recovery program is focused on issues like the opioid epidemic that has gotten so much press over the years, and disconnection of mothers from their children, and those sorts of problems. Our food bank and food distribution services are benefiting the community in the areas of poverty and hunger. Our street outreach program is benefiting the community in the area of homelessness. So it's really that our services are tied to meeting major social problems that our communities are facing. The way we address the heat is with our Code Red campaign. It's obviously enormously hot in Phoenix. It's 108 degrees outside as we speak. And what we're doing is our homeless outreach program is going to unsheltered homeless individuals who are some of the most exposed to the heat elements, and taking cold water hygiene packs with sunscreen, water, granola bars, white t-shirts to them on the streets. We're trying to give them relief in that situation, but we're also trying to create a relationship with them so that we can help navigate them off the streets and get them away from those heat effects altogether. So we're meeting people where they are on the streets, we're giving out water to them, and we're helping to get them off the streets. If people want to get involved and they want to help out, again, they go to phoenixrescuemission.org. And there you'll find any number of ways that you can come alongside and support the mission. You can support by giving of time as a volunteer, giving of money as a donor, or just get in touch with us and we can find different ways for us to start to work together. But it starts at going to the website and clicking on ways to give. People need help. There's a few different ways. The easiest thing to do is go to www.phoenixrescuemission.org and click on the thing that says Get Help. If you're a homeless individual and you're out on the streets, you can find our phone number on the website or call 602-346-3361. And if you go to the website or you call that number, we've got people who will respond to anyone's need.
Valley Food Banks can always use volunteers to help pack and distribute food boxes. So check with your local food bank for volunteer opportunities. Here's what's coming up next on Arizona Living. Living a more active lifestyle without glasses, and an option for your kids' online learning. Living an active lifestyle can sometimes be difficult while wearing glasses. Well, the doctors at Kyrene Eye Center show us a procedure to free you of your spectacles.
Hi, my name is Matthew Hammond. I'm a surgeon and owner here at Kyrene Center. Today's a great day because we get to do surgery on not only my best friend and partner, but my other surgeon here at Kyrene Center, Dr. Michael Harian. So we're going to fix his vision.
Hi, I'm Mike Harian. I'm an owner and a surgeon here at Kyrene Center. It's another exciting surgical day here, although it's a little bit unique today because I'm the patient and looking forward to going through the process here and want to share that with you.
With this procedure that we're doing today on Dr. Harian, this procedure is actually awesome for a number of different people. So for example, it's great for that, late 40s, mid 50 range people, maybe even up to your mid 60s. As we gain wisdom, the lens inside of our eye gets a little thicker with time, and it doesn't have the capacity to zoom in and zoom out anymore, to sort of thicken and thin. So we call it presbyopia, and you lose the ability to see up close. It's like clockwork that we can almost tell how old you are based on how much you still have or how much you've lost.
Yesterday, I wasn't nervous at all. When I got up this morning, I was a little bit nervous. And I think if I go to the root of it, it's just an unknown. But that is completely normal. Even for me who understands the procedure probably a lot better than somebody going through it, I still have anxiety. Just because it's surgery, it's your eyes. But what comforts me is who's doing my surgery and where I'm getting my surgery done.
So I think it's time to get Dr. Harian's vision fixed. I can't wait, let's get going. Things centered up beautifully. Gonna feel a little pressure here for a half second. Your vision's gonna go dark for just a minute. Completely normal. Doing beautiful.
18 seconds.
Here we go. Just relax, it's going great. And that's it. You're all done, brother.
I can't thank you guys enough. That was just really, really smooth from beginning to end. So it's been a little bit under 24 hours. I've had LASIK surgery to both eyes. Coming back today, my post-op vision check was 20/15 in the right eye, 20/25 in the left eye, which is exactly what we expected for the blended vision. I really am having no discomfort whatsoever. At Kyrene Center, we have a lot of tools at our disposal. And depending on what the patient's needs are, what they want to accomplish for their activities of daily life, we want to be able to custom tailor a refractive procedure. In my case, it was a blended vision so that I don't need to use glasses to see distance or near. I'm post-op day 1, not even 24 hours, and I'm thrilled.
All this month, we're focusing on back to school. And I had the chance to talk with the Kyrene Digital Academy about how they're approaching this new school year. Getting back to learning is on the minds of all parents, and here to talk to us about one option is Dr. Ross from Kyrene Digital Academy. Welcome, Dr. Ross.
Thank you for having me.
Now, normally, planning the launch of a school would take years or more to make it happen, but under the circumstances, Kyrene had to launch in a matter of weeks. What was that process like?
Yeah, usually we'd want to take 6 months to a year to plan a new school. We've done it in 2 months. So it's been fast, but it's been all hands on deck right from the very beginning. We got started at the end of May, recognizing that there was probably going to be a need for this type of model in the fall, and it's been a group effort by everybody.
So what will a typical day at Kyrene Digital Academy look like?
It's a great question, and certainly a question that's been on the minds of all our new families. Back when we started planning this at the end of May and early June, we started, of course, with talking about what is our mission and what is our core value. And right from the very beginning, there's been one core value that's been driving us the whole time. We want the only difference between the Kyrene Digital Academy and our other schools to be the location of our students and our teachers. So the typical day in a Kyrene Digital Academy will not look terribly different than a typical day on any other of our campuses. So for our middle school students, for example, they will attend 6 classes, just like they would if they were going to their home middle school. They'll have their electives, they'll have all their core classes. They'll be live with a teacher via Zoom. They'll be interacting with other students. They'll be working on projects. They'll be working alone. They'll have their extracurricular activities, their clubs, and the same thing for our elementary students. And most importantly, we are using Kyrene curriculum, Kyrene teachers.
Who will Kyrene Digital Academy serve, and who are the best candidates to enroll?
It can be any student within the state of Arizona, but there are a couple of things that our families need to keep in mind, and that is, this isn't a self-paced program where students can work at their own pace. This is live daily instruction where students follow a schedule. So especially for our younger learners, kindergarten, grades 1, 2, maybe 3, those students will need an adult ally with them. I guess the main things we'd be looking for would be an internet connection at home. Kyrene will provide the device. Students who are able to sit and work for the duration of the school day, and for our younger learners, an adult ally who can be there and help them.
A lot of school districts outsource online learning, but it was important to Kyrene to use your own teachers and your own curriculum. Why is that?
Again, it goes back to our core value of having the Digital Academy. The only difference between this and our other schools is the location of our staff and students. We are excited. All of the teachers really can't wait to get started and meet our kids online.
Dr. Ross, thank you so much for joining us today. If you'd like more information about Kyrene Digital Academy, just head to their website. Be sure to check out yourview.com, where you'll find tips and additional stories featuring teachers, parents, and students as Your View goes back to school in 2020. Stick around, there's more Arizona Living coming up. We'll talk about selecting the right vet for your fur baby and design advice from American Furniture Warehouse. Let's face it, our pets are part of our families, so when they need care, you want the very best. Well, we went to Exceptional Pets and asked them about how to select the right vet for you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Childs, and I'm the medical director here at Exceptional Pets in Chandler. What's important when you're going to the vet, characteristics or traits to look for is if the veterinarian, can put you and your pet at ease. Someone that, look for someone that, obviously loves, to be around your pet. A lot of animals are very nervous when they go into a new place, just from all the smells, and they can sense that other animals have been there, and if they've been to a veterinarian, they know the immediate association of those smells. And so we try really hard at Exceptional Pets to promote fear-free practices, just to try to make the animal more comfortable with the procedures and the process. Calling ahead to arrange a tour is definitely recommended, just so we can make sure that we have someone that's able to visit with you and to answer any questions you might have. Some key points to look for when you're taking the tour is just cleanliness, the happiness of the staff, if you're getting a warm greeting or a warm feeling, and just also to see what other animals are there. Those are all things to look for as far as when you're visiting a place for the first time. Some good questions to ask the vet or their staff about the facility or the care that their pet may be needing is if there's any special interests that the vet may have in certain types of medicine. Even how many cases a day they see may tell you how much time they can devote to your pet at any given appointment. Also, that's a great time to inquire about cost of anything that you may be interested in. So as far as for cost for procedures or exam fees, diagnostics, it varies greatly, not only depending on the species, but also the size of the animal. And so it is really a great idea to get a good treatment plan or estimate, just so you know a ballpark of what things may be. Inquiring about the support staff is important because you want to make sure that the team has a good dynamic and that they work well together. It does help to make sure that things are consistent and there's continuity of care. It also helps too to know if your technician or potentially even your receptionist or CSR knows your pet and gets along with your pet too. I think the whole team is very important in that way. And if you are looking for a new veterinarian or new veterinary clinic, definitely come and visit us at one of our 5 exceptional pet locations around the valley.
Don't go anywhere, there's still more to come on Arizona Living. We see how the right design can transform your small space. If you're tired of the boring beige furniture, the folks at American Furniture Warehouse have some great design advice for you.
Creating a versatile room that can provide dual function in a small space is easy with a convertible sofa bar table. In this room, we went with a natural earth tone color palette, and we added a layer of classic, inviting blues. Behind the sectional is a sofa bar that easily converts into a full-size dining table for entertaining guests. And even while it's folded, the sofa bar gives a perfect view of the TV, and it provides lots of space for food and drinks. And the stools can easily be stacked to save space. The matching coffee table provides the same function, saving space when folded and providing lots of extra serving area and storage space. The large area rug adds comfort to a room and provides a nice contrast to the darker tones in the sofa and accessories. The blue in the entertainment center is coordinated with the wall art and helps add a pop of color to the room. And the greenery helps bring that outdoor feeling in. As always, you can find everything in this room and more at American Furniture Warehouse.
Before we go, we wanted to let you know that you can now watch us on the go. Just download the Cox Contour app, sign in, and then search for your view. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time on Arizona Living, your home, your inspiration, where we help you create an inspired life.